Good morning. How are we all today? So today we are talking about your customer journey and the important element of the transformational component of it. Now, what am I talking about? So whenever you are working with a customer or client, one of the most important aspects is that you take them through a journey, and it is a journey of transformation. So at the beginning point, when they are working with you, they have a particular challenge that they need your help to resolve, and you have the solution, and you take them through this journey that ultimately leads to a complete transformation from the point of where they were when they came to see you to the point of where they are now. So, for example, when I was a lawyer, one of the main areas I would focus on is family, and often there was a massive transformational journey that my clients would go through. And I can remember literally there was one particular client who, when she came to see me, she was quite timid. She had a really tough relationship, and she knew that she needed to get out, right? And we gradually moved through the case. Now, one of the things I would say, as a family lawyer in particular, sometimes I felt more like a counsellor than what I necessarily did as a lawyer. And to be fair, that probably actually goes well with my personality. Obviously, I'm not a trained counsellor, never hold myself out to be. But what I was somebody who, and what I am, is somebody who has a very caring heart and wants to see people move forward and ultimately feel loved and cared for. So I can remember going through this particular divorce, and there was issues regarding the children. It was all to do with the finances. And I can remember literally the more that I was working with her, then she started to become more and more confident, and she became more of who she originally was before this whole marriage had got to her. And by the time we'd got to the end of it, she turned around and literally thanked me because she felt like she was herself again. Now, for me, that was a massive transformation, and that's what I wanted my clients to go through. And it's the same with what I do now, in the fact that it's not necessarily just about the business owner themselves going through a transformation, for example, in relation to their mindset, but it's also a transformation in relation to the business, because there are many challenges I see. One of probably the most common ones is in relation to financials and things like lack of cash flow, unable to sort of pay suppliers, or clients not paying them on time, not being able to invest back in the business, not being able to pay themselves as a business owner. And these are all sort of very, very common challenges. And what I love is being able to see a business where there are a number of challenges at the beginning, and we gradually take them piece by piece. And what we do is we basically diagnose as to what the challenges are. We put a plan into place as to how we are going to effectively fix these particular challenges. And what we do is we take a challenge at a time. We try not to do it all at once, because ultimately that often can be overwhelming. And we take a challenge, we put a plan into place as to how we're going to fix it. We then implement that plan. But then what we also do is we then track and we modify and we tweak. Because the thing is sometimes what the original plan isn't 100% spot on, but at least it starts to move things along. And by the time you get to the end result of this transformation, the business performance has gone from being potentially low to being incredibly high. And performance, you've got to be able to measure what that performance is. So, for example, it could be measured by profitability. So, you first of all would look at how many sales are being generated, but what is the profitability? What's the profit margin overall? That's one metric. It could be a case of a percentage of sales increase. That could be also another metric. It could be in terms of the amount of actual money that is now owed to suppliers or by customers. If that's decreased, that's another metric on the financial side to see. But ultimately, by boosting the performance of the business itself should be running more efficiently. So many times that I see where businesses are literally leaving money on the table, where all because there are leakages in various parts of the business that need to be fixed, right? So when you're taking your customers, whatever service-based business you're in, you're ultimately taking them through a journey, and it's about the transformation. It's about their transformation. This is not about you. And the thing is it's not just about the level of service that you provide, because so many businesses might provide an absolutely outstanding service, but actually it's about building trust. It's about building loyalty. And what you also want to create within your business is what's called raving fans, or supporters, whatever terminology you want to use, because it's those raving fans that are likely to then recommend you to their friends and family. And the more that you can make sure that you're depicting what this transformational journey that you take your customers through, the more you're then going to connect with people. So what I want you guys to really think about is, what is the journey that you take your customers in from the beginning of the process right the way through to the end? I would love you to share what your journey is. Please put please share in the comments. I will also be talking more about in terms of this kind of thing on at the Business Fixer workshop. The Business Fixer workshop is running next Thursday. It's at 1:00. There is a link, I believe, in all the bios. So make sure that you click. I will also pop a link in the comments. So please make sure you get your free place booked in, and we can potentially look at your customer journey and see what your transformation is and how we can potentially utilize that customer journey to be able to obtain other clients. Because ultimately, if you can demonstrate the journey you've taken others through, then people are more likely to be able to buy into it and want to be a part of that journey. So I hope you've got some value from today's live, and I will see you all very soon. Have a great day.